Let's see if this microphone works this time. Let me turn my hat around so I don't look so gangster. Well, what's going on, everybody? Let me know if this mic's actually working. I set it to this one, but sometimes the software doesn't keep up with me, or maybe I don't keep up with it. I don't know. Chris Burrow in the house. Good morning, Chris. He said, "Gobble, gobble, gobble." Thanksgiving is right around the corner, as we all know. It's actually tomorrow. It's coming super quick. Anthony's Fishy Friends, good morning. Florante Sonko, good morning, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Kale Parker, good morning. Pagamus Maximus. I like that. Pagamus Maximus, good morning to you. Jim, good morning. Cryptic Riffs in the house. You guys got to go check out Cryptic Riffs. That's actually Mike. He's right on the other side of this wall. So he's hanging out in here. Let's see who else we got. Kale Parker, good morning. Pagamus Maximus. I love that. That's pretty funny. KP says, am I early or late? You are perfectly on time, my friend. Oh, Emma's in the house. Wildflower Aquatics. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Matthew Dero, good morning, buddy. Two Guys Fish and Fries, good morning. Spencer Wheeler, good morning. Papa's Shrimps, good morning. And thank you so much for your order last week. I got all that. And now I know Papa's Shrimps. And I messaged you back. You probably messaged me back, but I didn't get it yet. It's been crazy. Black Friday has been insane. So we did a pre-Black Friday sale, which thank you guys for that. It was phenomenal. We did 20% off all livestock, and it was absolutely insane. So the best sale that we've ever had. So thank you so much for that. We're really hopeful that Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, all those will be monster days as well. And we're just going to end the year in a good direction. So, yeah, lots of good stuff. Moses says, is that I know you need decaf? I got you. So this is actually regular. Mike made it before I got here. It's Dunkin' Donuts regular French vanilla coffee, and so caffeinated. So I feel my heart racing just a little bit. I've been kind of going 50-50 caffeine, decaf, and I do have to say it has brought back a little bit of anxiety, which kind of sucks. Like even right now, like I feel a little anxious for some reason. I don't know why. It's just me in front of a webcam in my office, so I shouldn't feel bad. But just in case I get too anxious, got my big bottle of water too. So lots of good stuff. But let's talk about something really cool first of all. So a lot of changes have been happening. Well, not a lot of changes. We had the two 125-gallon members only tanks that we built a rack for. I did a video on it. Let me see. It had to have been like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago. So it's been longer than I thought. Black Friday, pre-Black Friday, all those things. My weeks are just ridiculously blurred together. And so we set up that rack out there, and we've had this issue with baby shrimp. We're catching them in our nets. They're going to people's orders, which is all good. Sometimes they get stuck in nets and they die. And so these baby shrimp, sometimes they go down the drain. And we're really not set up to keep baby shrimp in the ponds out there. And so we wanted to start keeping them separated, but we didn't know how. And so I think we're going to set up one of those members only tanks, the 125 gallons, as a, dedicated baby tank, more or less. And so that's what we're thinking. And so with that, I had to replace the members only tank. And so I did something really cool. I actually bought a double rack for 60-gallon cubes, and I bought another 60-gallon cube. So we'll have two 60-gallon cubes behind me, one right there and one like right here. And we'll do Carradine on one side, Neo Carradine on the other side, and we'll see how that goes. But Stephen Conroe in the house. Good morning to Stephen. Caleb here. Good morning. Ryan Conad. Good morning. Benson's Fish Room in the house. Whoa, Benson here. What's going on, buddy? I got to wear your hat in the next video now that you're here. But good morning to everyone. I hope you guys are having a happy hump day. Hopefully a lot of you are out of work or maybe just wrapping up work and have the rest of the weekend off. That would be sweet. Unfortunately, with the type of business that we run, Friday is going to be a crazy busy day. So we're all working Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week are going to be absolutely insane. And so it's going to be a little crazy. The man here, good morning. Gregory Pocket in the house, my buddy Gregory. He said, hello, everyone. Glad I made it for the stream. I'm glad you made it too, Gregory. I hope everything's going well. Hopefully we'll be able to get you at the next Aquashella, and we'll do a little mermaid setup again. So it'll be cool. But tons of stuff going on. Matthew said, I have no school today. That's really good news. I miss the days of being in high school and middle school, where you get Christmas vacation, and I don't know, like the older you get, the more responsibilities you have. And it sounds really good when you're in high school, like, oh, I can't wait to like make my own decisions. But then it happens and you're like, oh, I wish I could just go back to playing video games with my friends over Christmas break. Like, you know what I mean? And so that's what I gotta say about that. But anyway, Black Friday is coming up. We have a ton of stuff going on. We're actually doing. I try to put some links down below. We're doing something for Black Friday that we've been doing the last 2 years, and this year we're going all out. So we did what is called a mystery box, and so we're actually boxing up a lot of them right now. And what a mystery box is, it's just a random box of hard goods. So like, if you really don't know what you want, if you don't really know, like if I don't know, a lot of people are indecisive, so they kind of just like the surprise of getting a random box of things, and so. If you guys want to look at that link down below, I mean, you could purchase them now, but I would say wait, because on Black Friday, you can use the 17% off code to get them even cheaper. So I would just wait for that. But there's a $25 box, a $50 box, and a $100 box. And we really went all out this year and filled those up. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of, it would be cool. It's kind of like my aquarium box, how they just send out a random box of stuff every single month. But this is just once a year for us. And we put a lot of products in there that maybe we're testing out, maybe some products that we really like that don't sell as well as we think they should. And so there's going to be a lot of cool things in there that it's a box that I would want if I was buying a mystery box. And so we got a small, a medium, and a large. And again, I think they're 25, 50, and 100. And you will more than get your values worth. And if you're not happy with your mystery box, like, please let us know. And we'll be more than willing to make it right. But I think you guys will be very happy with it. Stephen Conroe dropping a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Said, buy some treats for the pups for Thanksgiving. I will do that. Amanda's probably watching this right now. So Amanda, do not let me forget, we need to spend $10 probably at Tractor Supplies to get some treats for the dogs. And I'm sure they'll really appreciate that. We got King Lee, my buddy, Twin Cities Guppies in the house. I'm sure Sai is there too. And said, I love mystery boxes. Yeah, it's something that we want to keep expanding and expanding every year. We might do a Christmas themed one coming up, but it'll be cool. We'll see how they do. We packed a lot of them. I'll show you guys a video at some point of all the mystery boxes packed up, but it is absolutely insane. So super excited for that. The 17% off sale is going to be awesome. It's going to be huge. This year we're lucky. We started that 125 gallon fish shrimp, so we have tons of shrimp. And so we just did the pre-Black Friday sale. It barely put a dent on the shrimp we have here. And so we still have tons of shrimp to go through. And so it's going to be good. Like, I'm not worried at all about running out of shrimp this year. Whereas last year, I think after Black Friday, we completely ran out of shrimp. And all through December, we didn't have very many shrimp to sell. So that kind of sucks. So we're hoping to have a really good sale and then get more shrimp in right after the Black Friday sale ends. And it'll be good. So I'm super excited. Like, today, I'm just excited. I don't know. Like, I just love being here. Like, this is such a fun time of the year for me. One, there's so much going on, and it's cool to like hang out with the team. Like, I love being here. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but like, I woke up this morning. Now, granted, I think Mike got here at 8. I think I got here like 9:15, so I rolled in a little bit late. I was enjoying sleeping in with the wife, and but yeah, I got here today, and I just being here. Like, this is my place. Like, like, that's what I aspire all of you to do. I aspire you guys, or I don't know if aspire is the right word, but I want to encourage you all to get to a point in your life where you just love going to work every day. Like me and my wife talked about the other day, me and Amanda, I don't think I'll ever retire because what I do every day is what I love. And if I wasn't doing this, like, what would I do? Like, yeah, I could play video games all day, but that's kind of boring and unfulfilling. I mean, I could be a missionary. Like, I think that would be awesome. I would love traveling the world and just sharing God to people. I think that'd be cool. So maybe one day I'll do that. But for right now, like I can't see myself doing anything other than what I'm doing because I absolutely love it. And so like Black Friday comes up. Oh, 2 weeks ago we had the pre-Black Friday sale come out, and we shipped out, I don't know, we might have shipped out like 500 orders over 3 days. So it was like absolutely insane. And day one, I didn't help ship until the very, very end. I realized that like the team needed help. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I realized that we were super far behind and there was still a lot of sales rolling in. So I shipped with them both those days. And I just absolutely loved it. Now, granted, because I'm the boss, I get to do what I like to do. So I just print labels and like, make sure everything's caught and help catch Neos and stuff like that. But I still absolutely love it. And Duck, you're not late. You're perfectly on time. And so I want to encourage you all to do what you love. It's never too late to chase after your dreams and keep dreaming. Benson's Fish Room says, I've been self-employed for almost 30 years. I've never had a real job. And no, you do have a real job, and it's doing what you're doing now. And that's just awesome. So Benson, hopefully you love what you do too, as much as I love what I do. And it's one of those things that like, I just enjoy being here. I enjoy the thrill of having a business. I enjoy just kind of hanging out with my employees, and it's just cool. Like, I mean, there's days that it sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's days that I come to work and I'm so stressed out, and like maybe there's a disagreement with between the employees and I. Like maybe they really thought something was unfair and I thought it was fair, and so then you have to kind of meet in the middle there and figure out a good solution. And it's a lot of like, damage control with customers and making sure that things are ordered on time and all that. So some days it sucks, but I would say 99% of the time, 99% of the time, I meant time. 99% of the time, I absolutely love what I do every single day. And I saw my bestest buddy in the whole world, Ollie Taylor, in the house. Good morning to you, or good afternoon because you're over in the UK. Hope everything's going good for you, buddy. We haven't had a chance to catch up in a while. So it's really good. So Doc said something. Let me read it. He said, so I wanted to tell you something. I've been keeping freshwater fish, mainly African cichlids, and only recently got introduced to Neocaridina shrimp. I tried yellows, but they survived for like a month. So yellows are the one that you're going to want to keep in a lower pH. All the other Neocaridinas want a high pH. Yellows need a lower pH. So that's probably why they didn't do good. Yellows are those tricky ones. So Matthew Diro said, the shrimp I got from you guys are amazing. Just a question, what TDS do you keep your blue bolts and golden bees at, and also pH for breeding purposes and for the golden bees? So pH, usually anything below 6.8 would be good. Anything closer to 6 is probably better for Taiwan bees. And a TDS of 150 or less when you're remineralizing with GH and KH plus by salty shrimp is always good. But Matthew, you just sent me an email, man. I'm always there to help. It might take me like a week to get back to you just because we get so backed up on emails. But I will get back to you. And so yeah, lots of good things going on. Black Friday is just, I mean, it's going to be insane, but it's going to be fun. And there's nothing better than, I don't know, just spreading the hobby. Like every time we're sending shrimp out, like I just think like, well, let me just say this. When I started my business, in 2014, I thought, we're going to breed some stuff. We're going to sell some stuff. We're going to change this hobby and it's all great. And I want to say like 2016, like 2 years later, it was going on year 3. We really weren't doing good. We weren't able to breed enough. We were always out of stock of stuff. And it was just like, it was tough. And I wasn't making the difference in the hobby that I wanted to make. And then all of a sudden we decided to import, and it just, the business blew up from there. Like I remember thinking that, and I'll just be completely honest with you. I remember thinking like, if we could do $10,000 a month in sales, like that would like change my life. And I really didn't think it was possible. And now we do well more than that. And I won't say what we do, but we do a lot more than that. And that's enabled us to really change the hobby that I love. So now, when we have these Black Friday sales and we have the pre-Black Friday sales and we see all the orders going out, I can think to myself like, wow, like here's a bunch of people that maybe get into shrimp for the very first time. And that's really cool for me because shrimp is a hobby that I love. It's something that I fell in love with. And knowing that we're still getting new people into the hobby is really exciting for me because like I would say that we are the largest shrimp retailers in the United States. Bigger than Live Aquaria, bigger than some of the other ones because they specialize in fish and other things. As far as shrimp go, I would say we are the biggest. And with that, I think that like if there's a market of, let's say it's 100%, we might only have 25% of it. I don't really know. And so I think that this hobby has so much farther to go. And it's so exciting. Like, I can't wait to see how far Flip Aquatics can go, how much of a reach we can have, how much we can change. And I'm just waiting for the day when another competitor of ours decides to implement a 30-day quarantine, because that means that we're encouraging other people to make a difference as well. And it would just be fun. Like the more people that implement quarantine processes and guaranteeing their shrimp, like I know that there's one website that I check out every now and then. And 3 years ago, they weren't doing anything. They weren't guaranteeing their shrimp. They weren't saying that they were parasite free. They weren't doing any of that. And now all of a sudden they guarantee them 100% parasite free, disease free, 100% guarantee on the livestock. And that's really cool. And I'm not going to take the credit for that because I honestly don't know. But I think it's really cool that the standard is continuously rising. And our whole thing at Flip Aquatics is setting the standard. And so if someone else is doing it better than us, then I'm only going to take that next step to do it even better. And I always want to be the standard and do it more and more. And so that's just it. Like, when I talk about I just love being here, like that's what I'm talking about. Like, every day I get to encourage and change and help grow this hobby that changed my life. And you guys, like, I'm sure you guys know this because you guys have been here for a while, and I'm sure the people here are people that have been here for a long time. Is the whole reason I met my wife Amanda, is because she reached out to me based on seeing a video by Christine Haw on getting royal blue tigers from us, and she saw that and she's like, "Wow, I really want royal blue tigers now." She reached out to us, and all of a sudden she realized that there's like this good looking, young stud behind the face of Flip Aquatics. I'm totally joking there. But she realized that there was this young guy that was working and also in the hobby. And she just started messaging me, and one thing led to another. And 6 months later, we meet up, and a year later or so we get married, and here we are 3 or 4 years down the road, and everything's going good. So I always say, like, if that's the only thing that came of this business, that's enough. But there's so much more to that. And now Amanda gets to work in this business. My childhood best friend Tyler gets to work in the business. Jeff, who's somebody I met speaking at a fish club, gets to work in this business every day. And then you got Mike, who's a new person here in Cryptic Riffs, and he gets to work here every day. And he talks about how much he just loves the opportunity of being able to do his hobby every single day too. And so it's so cool to see something that like, I just had this dream one day, and you guys know I'm religious, and I give all the glory to God. But God gave me a dream, and I wasn't too afraid to chase after it. And I didn't let what people said about it stop me. And then all of a sudden I see change in my hobby that I love. And I see new people coming to the hobby that maybe never been there before. I see my employees that now their lives are changed, and they get to do this every day, and they get to work in an environment that I think is a great environment, that, we're all family. And, it's unbelievable the amount of lives that can be changed by you just chasing after your dream. And so I want to encourage, the 100 and so people that are in here, that your dream's it's not too big. You can never fail. I mean, you can fail, but for me, failing is when you quit. And if you never quit, you'll never fail, because there's always that next thing. One ending leads to another beginning, and you can always snowball. And 2 years into my business, I could have looked at it and been like, I'm $20,000 in debt. I have nothing to show for it. There's nowhere to go from here. I'm working 80 hours a week, and for what? Like, it would have been so easy for me to throw in the towel. But that's not me. And I was just like, okay, there's a problem here, and I know what it is, and it's because we don't have stuff in stock. And like I said, I could have just quit right there, and that would have been the end of it. But instead, I decided to just keep pushing forward, and it turned into a business that changes lives every single day. And one day, this business, at least I hope it's this business. It might be another business. It might be the next business. It might be something else. But I think that this business is really going to change more lives than just people in the hobby and just people that work for me. It's going to change lives of creators that I'm friends with. It's going to change lives of people in different countries that I'm able to go visit and share my story with. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things. And Zen Ginger just said it. He said, I'm not religious, but I love Rob's attitude and perspective. We need more positivity or more positive people in the world. And so for me, like, if you guys aren't religious, and that's completely fine. For me, what God represents is love. And so if you get love, then you get how I feel. Like without love, there's nothing. And so it's just about loving each other and loving what you do and loving the hobby that you're in. Like happiness is a choice. As much as it's hard to believe that, happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy in your circumstances. You can choose to be happy in what you have. You can choose to be happy every single day. And I promise you, money will not make you happy if you're unhappy. It will help you get things that you think will bring you happiness, but it's only temporary. And I know this is getting kind of off the beaten path, but like I don't know, like you ever get that feeling that you're craving something and you don't know what it is? I get it. You're just craving something. You don't know what it is, like, but you feel like you need it. And for me, the only thing that fills that is God. And that can be love for you. It can be God. It can be whatever you want. But for me, it's God. And I know that if I put everything towards God, then I'm just going to keep doing the right thing. And why I do this business and why I try to make more money, it isn't so I can live in a big house. It isn't so I can have more things. It's so that I can make a difference. And the way you look at it is money, all it is a tool. And how you use a tool has a lot to do with how that tool can be. You can use, let's say, I don't know. I can think of, I don't know if it's a good example or a bad example, but like, let's say like a knife. Like a knife can be used to cut up meat to eat. It can be used to hurt someone. Like, tools can be used for two completely different purposes. And so money can be used for good. It can be used for bad. And for me, money is just a tool for me to be able to do more things to change his kingdom. And so that's my philosophy on it. And so when I come in here and there's a pile of work to do, it excites me. Like I love it. I mean, there's days that, like yesterday I went out and I just sat out in the woods and hunted. And I love animals. I don't like killing animals. I just sat there and just watched. I saw 16 deer yesterday and didn't shoot one. I just sat there and just watched them and just enjoyed nature. And sometimes you need those days. But yeah, I love being here. I love being able to talk to you guys and just spend time just like sharing what God has put on my heart to you guys. And again, you don't have to be religious. There's nothing here that, like, you don't have to believe what I believe. All that I do ask you to believe is believe in love and believe in positivity and believe in making a difference. Because again, like if you go back, like just listen for a second. Like if you're getting ready to tune out, if you're getting ready to like change the channel or whatever, like hang in here for a second, because there was a point in my life when I put this invisible ceiling above my head and I was running this business and I thought to myself, I was like, there is no way that I can make more than $10,000 a month. There's no way. Like that's too much money. The hobby isn't big enough. There's no way that I can do it. And I put this ceiling above my head and I would always like get close to that ceiling and I'd be like, okay, like that was a great month and, back off. And I feel like a lot of us as human beings do that. We put a limit on ourselves where you shouldn't. Like you're limitless. You can do anything that you want to do if you set your mind to it. And we're taught that as kids, hopefully, that you can be anything you want, you can do anything you want. And the older you get, you feel like you're more responsible and you kind of limit yourselves. But I had this ceiling above my head. And now I think that there's going to be a point where our business could be doing $100,000 a month, where we could be doing, $300,000 a month, $500,000 a month. And the reason I see it is because I started believing in myself. Whereas before I only believed that I could get to a certain point. And now it's like, I know that we can be huge. I know that we can make a monster difference. And everyone here has that opportunity to do something big in their lives. And it only takes one thing, and that's believing in yourselves and believing that you can do it. Don't put a ceiling over your head. And I know that this whole thing was supposed to be on Black Friday and talking about our sale to come up. But at the end of the day, like, you know, Coffee with Flip is just that. Like, we're just sitting here hanging out on Hump Day, Wednesday, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and all of the things that we're thankful for, and just drink some coffee. But at the end of the day, like, whatever God puts on my heart in these moments, like, that's what I want to talk about. And that's how I want to live my life. Like, I'm never ashamed to be who I am. I'm never ashamed to talk about the things that I feel like I should talk about. And to be honest, like, if I lost 1,000 subscribers because of this video, but one person changed their life because of it, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Like, and that's how you have to live your life. Like, I don't know. Like, I get so passionate about it because it means so much to me. Like, I could cry right now. Like, and it sounds so funny, but there's things in your life that are important, and this is something that I think is really important. And so I hope that this gives you some encouragement on Wednesday, you know, the day before Thanksgiving. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of people that Thanksgiving is a depressing day because they don't have family and they don't have anywhere to go, and it's just tough. Same thing with Christmas. Like, holidays can be rough. Just as much as they can be great, they can be really rough. And I just want you to know that you're not limited. You're not alone. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow of me and my family just eating turkey dinner, and you're more than welcome to just tune in and be a part of our Thanksgiving, and just know that you're not alone. You're never alone. And if you ever feel alone, there's always one person you can lean on, and he's up there. And so again, this isn't a preaching thing. It's just my heart. And I did see a super chat a while ago. Papa Strim dropping a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. He said, thanks. See you when you come to Dallas. I'll be in Dallas for Aquashella, and it's going to be good. And I've seen all the comments going through. I didn't get to read them all, but I absolutely appreciate you guys and love you guys. And when I say that I love you guys, I truly mean it. And it doesn't matter if you're someone that absolutely hates me. Like, I still love you because I feel like that's the only thing that we have in this world is love. And it's the one universal language that we can all understand. And so again, like, this has nothing to do with my business and going like, go buy some shrimp. Like, there's nothing to do with that. It just has something to do with, you know, I was able to follow and chase my dreams. And I pray that you guys can do the same. And, you know, one of the biggest fears in life is failing. And you don't want to disappoint the people around you. You don't want people to talk behind your back and say, like, I knew he couldn't do it, or I knew she couldn't do it. And failure is one of those things that holds you back. And so they always say, like, one thing in Christianity is one thing you should never have is fear. And fear is a lack of faith. And that doesn't mean you can't get scared. It doesn't mean that, like, somebody can't jump out and, like, you'd be like, oh, like, that's being scared. But fear is being afraid of doing something that you know you should do. And so, like, the fear of failure is unfaithfulness to, in my opinion, to God, because I'm not trusting him to lead me through it. Like, I say this every single time that well, maybe not every single time, but I say it all the time, that if I lost everything, if one day we're sitting here and I don't have Flip Aquatics anymore, and you know, the whole business went belly up because I made bad decisions, or maybe something happened that was out of my control, I would still be the same person. And I know I say that now, and it's impossible to know until it actually happens, but I would be, because my happiness isn't dependent on success. It isn't dependent on money. It's simply dependent on being able to do what I love every single day, to be able to talk to people, to use my platform for things that are beyond what I can comprehend, and just I don't know, just be kind. Like, at the end of the day, like, if I could just change one life a day, like, that would be huge. And so it is what it is. So we can get off the topic. I just felt really strongly about that, and it just kind of happened. Simomatic dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Because you are who you are, we hope to see you at the Big Fish deal. Thank you so much for that. I'll have to look at the dates for the Big Fish deal and really try to figure that out. But love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being a part of something like Flip Aquatics. And I really hope that you guys can take some of the things I said to heart and start chasing after your dreams and start being the best you and being kind and showing love. Because you just never know. Like, you never know what one kind word will say or will do. Like I tried doing this thing for a while where whenever I would see someone, I would try to give them one compliment, like one genuine compliment. Whether I liked their hair, or whether I thought their outfit was nice, or whether they had a really good smile or something, and just genuinely compliment them, because you never know what kind of day that person's having. And so it's been cool. And yeah, it's crazy, but I love it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of Coffee with Flip episode. I think it was episode 33. I'll have to rechange the title to Rob ranting about random things. Oh yeah. So thank you for everyone that tuned in. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for everyone that's going to participate in the big sale this weekend. Appreciate you. And I'm so thankful. Thank you to all the members. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys supporting us every single month. And just so much love, so much love. That's all there is. If you have nothing else, have love. And that's just something that will get you through the rest of your life here on earth. And so love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. You guys make it an amazing Thanksgiving. If you guys don't have anything going on, I will do my best to get a live stream out just so you guys can hang out with me and eat Thanksgiving dinner with me and my family. I might not be able to post that one because, some of my family likes to say some inappropriate words, but it gives you something to do, and it'll be funny. So Samilmatic dropping a $2 super chat said, God gave you have. Thanks for giving him glory. God gave me all that I have, and I do give him glory. And so it's awesome. You guys make it a great rest of your week. As always, God bless. You guys just get out there and make a difference in the world, and never stop chasing your dreams. Love you guys. Again, God bless, and have a great week. We'll see you guys next time.